ethics, codes of conduct. Each of those codes always have time for revisiting, time for review. Some companies will make it every 6 months. They will review their policy to see how far they have gone, to see how well they have performed, to see the areas that needs to be touched, to see the necessary changes that needed to be made for the progress of that establishment. So we are delighted that some of the observations, some of the what will I call it? Some of the impediments, things that stood as impediments to what we are doing in this Biafra struggle, we are looked into, and everlasting solution we are provided by the leadership, the Directorate of State, headed by Mazi Chika Didi. Like some people that have been regretting how we are there in this and all this, we are there and they couldn't see. Of course, time and God will always have ways of exposing certain things, especially in every assignment. Let me use the quote. Probably that is a divine mandate. There's always ways. Divine interventions happen. Things do happen that will reveal certain things that have been so wrong that many did not see. There's always time for eye-opening, time for reflection, time for exposition. You see characters being unraveled, characters exposed. This is how time and the Chukwu Okike Abiama deals, especially in assignments that has divine backing. What happened on Sunday during those announcements by the HOD, we'll be playing it and be taking it gradually. To me, I see it as a very significant shift. It's a very big shift from where we have been, from where we have been building. I made a post today that we cannot deny that we have been building wrongly. The foundation always matters in every structure, in everything one do. Anytime the foundation is wrong, no amount of efforts, no amount of sacrifices, no amount of, call it financial, call it even blood. Anytime you are building magnificently on a faulty foundation, the structure can never remain. You can never get it right. Foundation is the anchor of every building. When the foundation is wrongly laid, it affects the whole structure. No amount of pillar, no amount of your cement, what do they call it? The concentrations of cement and aja and okute and the whatever thing you mix. So far, there is wrong foundation somewhere. Structures are bound to have defects. In this Biafra struggle, there are so many wrong notions. There are so many people that we are building wrongly. There were so many wrong perceptions. People with awkward, with ungenuine ideas of what they have come into. We call it Biafra struggle, restoration of Biafra. Solely, it is all about Biafra. Solely, it's all about how to get back our freedom. Solely, it's all about the liberation of our rights, of our sovereignty, of our independence, of our freedom. But when you have laborers with wrong perception, it's like when an engineer supervising a structure, you have builders, you will end the quack. You have unexperienced builders with you. You have people that are not trained, unskilled personalities in the building. No matter how good the engineer is, so far you have unskilled workers, you cannot be able to produce a solid foundation or a solid structure. That is, I'm using this as a layman example, or as a layman description of what I am trying to say. You know, I do post things online and I do see people's comments. I belong to a unit meeting and I also see what people think about Biafra, about our project, about what we are doing. Severally, I have seen comments like, without so person, there is no freedom. No restoration of Biafra with so person. So person is the face of Biafra. Without so person, we cannot move forward. We cannot stand. We cannot restore Biafra. This is the face of Biafra. Without him, there is no headway. You know, when you see comments like this, and remember, people are exactly what that comes out of them. Your thoughts manifest. I mean, your ideas or your belief manifest on your comments. It manifests on your opinion. You are garbaging out what you believe a thing to be. So many people, and you know, on a Biafra struggle, have wrong idea of why they have what they have come into Biafra struggle to do. Some people came because they saw a very good orator. To them, the beginning and the end of Biafra struggle is in that orator. Some people saw an actor that can act very well, a skillful actor, a skillful orator. When he speaks, you follow him home. To them, they have built their mentality. They have built their consciousness. They have built restoration of Biafra in them all around that very figure. That once that figure is out, to them, there is no Biafra. There is no restoration of Biafra. Many a times, I do not blame them. If you understood what played out, men are what they eat. Men are formed from whom they listen to. Men are made from what they hear. If you live under wrong teachings, you end up becoming that you have heard. In this very struggle, the struggle, I have said it before and I will say it again. The layout of IPOB, the structure of IPOB is set up like an institution, but the operation differs from an institution. Such became a very porous foundation built, which many of us stood upon to build on for years, for months, for decades. Why did I say it is set up like an institution? Institution is where you have diverse operational units, channels, structures. You have the Directorate of State. You have the national coordinators. You have the regional coordinators. You have the unit. In Biafran, you have the, what do they call it, the state coordinators or something like that. Such setup is nothing but a typical institutional setup. But the operation, we are not run like an institution. Operation, we are not run like an institution. In the struggle, when you reflect back, an institution that we are set, like where you have the administrators that should be in charge of policies, that should be decision makers. Many a times they were jumped. You have the administrators that all departments should function and operate under them so vividly, seeing that certain structures were carved away from them. For example, finance, fully carved away from oversight of the said administrators. That is why when I said the layout is like an institution, but the operation is not an institution. Over the years, many of us, I don't know, it could be as a result of our background. Used to we love and cherish individuality. Hero worshipping. Is in our place here that you will hear people answering on 180 roll, answering on Kaome, or answering on Hamadike, answering Supreme King, answering one big name or the other. But when you go to developed world, there is nothing like that. For more than how many years I have been in UK here, hardly you see a doctor, a medical doctor, writing his or her name and will add Dr. Onyewa on his name. Hardly. Never. It doesn't happen. They don't deal with titles. There's nothing like title. But our place, as I say, probably as a result of our background, We are praise singers. We can build thrones on human being. We can exonerate human being far above the very core objective of the goal at hand. That's exactly what happened to IPOB. Many people worshipped, bowed, adored, elongated an individual far above Biafra struggle. That is why when you see people making comments like IPOB money belongs to Nnamdi Kanu, these are some of the comments people do make. They are bold saying such because this is the negative mentality they wore and joined Biafra struggle. And as a result of that individuality that has been placed as a statue in their life, they have wrapped around that individual with Biafra struggle. That without that individual, Biafra has ended for them. To them, Biafra struggle is about a personality they will be singing praises from morning till night. To them, Biafra struggle is about an individual that all the money that belongs to an organization should be handed over to. To them, Biafra restoration is all about an individual. They will be bowing and be lifting their hands to sing holy Hosanna to you, the Savior of the world. Our background played part in this as well, coupled with our mentality. Some of us that has been in Obodo Oyibo, most of the things that drives us towards this Biafra restoration is that because we want to implement what we are seeing in Obodo Oyibo back where we come from. We want our place to be like where we are. We want the policies of our places of inhabitations to be like replicated to the policies of our land. We envisage good roads, good hospital, good medical care. Everything that we can see here, we want to see the same in where we come from. Most often, this is our drive towards the restoration of Biafra. But many a times, we do forget to look into how those people we are trying to mimic, how did they get there? The Ndiocha we know are not praise singers. The Ndiocha we know are people that maintain focus on the very objective of whatever they want to achieve. It's not only Biafrans that wants to have their own nation. Where I live today in UK, there are parts of UK in the Scottish, that wants to have their independence. And I can tell you, I don't even know who is the leader of the Scottish one. Who cares about the leader? Nobody project the leader. Nobody sing praises of the leader. What I saw is a group of people, that were focused on their independence. I saw a group of people that believe in a single ideology and they are working towards it. I have never seen or heard them talk about who is their leader. Mama neighbor, I don't even care who is now their leader. Because it's not about their leader. It's not about an individual. You are talking about the people of Scotland. People that wants to have their independence. Last year, September, I was in Spain, in Catalonia. I saw those guys. When you look at their faces, you can see their ideas radiating on their faces. You can see determination on their actions. I don't even, I'm not going to Catalonia. I have been there last year. I don't even care. I have never heard them singing praises of holiness and magnificence of whom the leader is. Rather, I saw small boys and girls and middle-aged and aged as well. If how they were together with that resilience in them, with that determination in them, pursuing their goal. These are the kind of mentality we need in Biafra restoration. Rather, a mentality that is caved in, attached in, hooked to personality, that when something happens, you will see a big vacuum. Just Nnamdi Kanu was abducted 2021, and one Egberima somewhere resurfaced. People went where? To them, we are looking for an orator that speak, a content creator that can even act and dance for them, because they were already used to content creator. They were already used to an orator, an actor that can act, that can speak. Their eyes were fixed on acting, on oratory. It's not about Biafra restoration. It's not about the core objective of Biafra restoration. It's about who the individual is. An individual na someone you see, always like this or may yes like if you up as you will go well, you know, somebody that can be acting for them, somebody that can be speaking, somebody that can tell them under me, I will bring your heads, all of you, overnight. These are wrong notions and perceptions. Ndị anyị na ha nọ na Biafra struggle. That's why little thing pushes them out. Little wind blows them up like feathers. They are worthless human beings. Hey, we're wait. Anyway, Ikuku will lift them up. Presently, where we are, we saw one individual that is not even an IPOB member. We saw an individual nobody has seen anywhere in Biafra struggle being placed, and they asked them, follow him. He is now your leader. Mumu. Zombie. 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 These are weightless individuals. In them, ain't any weight. Anybody can deceive them. If Simon Ekpa deceived many, can I have you now? I got the this man. He can deceive any. Kano can deceive any. IPOB can deceive many. Even the suspended ones, can still deceive them. Because these are the people that everything in them about Biafra restoration is what is built on a man. Their eyes are fixed on a man. not on the objective. So when we saw the IPOB leadership, the DOS, initiated, is a major shift, is a realignment to what Biafra restoration should be. I said we cannot deny that we were building on wrong foundation. No matter your speed on a structure, no matter your sacrifices, no matter your investment, once the foundation is wrong, it's better you correct a wrong foundation so that the structure can stand and stand strongly. This is what the DOS have done. The foundations were not right. IPOB enthroned Nnamdi Kanu above Biafra restoration, whether you like it or not. Nnamdi Kanu on himself saw himself above Biafra struggle. He saw himself above IPOB. A man that saw IPOB as a walkover, as an organization where he can make decision for them, despite where he is. Right from the beginning, introduction of Simon Ekpa is as a result of a man that saw IPOB being below him. It's as a result of a man that belittled the struggle, that saw himself as the alpha and the omega, especially when you know you have administrators that are outside, that should be the decision makers. Because you are the one with this wrong mentality. And this mentality, you have infected it. You injected it into the society. That is why at times when I see some of them, I don't blame them too much. Because the individual they enthrone, the individual in question, is what he infected them with. He infected them with an infection that IPOB belongs to him. When you calculate these phases of challenges we've had so far in this last 6 years, it's as a result of a man that belittled the struggle. This is a struggle that should be above every individual. This is a struggle that is the focus, the watchword of every living being in the struggle. But he subjected the struggle below his knees. Many a times, people will think this is a change, a new change. It's never a new change in him. This is the operations he's been operating on. That is the tempo he has been operating on for the decade. It's not because he's not around. This is a man that has been single-handedly managing things he knew that in an institution he should not be the sole decision maker. But as a result, that built himself high above the struggle. he took advantage. And many people saw it, bought it, and aligned with it. So that same way. Same way. So, what we saw, you know, some people will tell you it's just an oath that will change. It's a pledge, change. When you think of the context of the oath, the context of the new pledge, and the constitution to come, it is all everything about IPOB. It is a manual for IPOB. It is a foundation for IPOB, an oath where you pay allegiance solely to the objective, to the mother project, which is Biafra restoration. It is a change. It is a foundation. This is like we are beginning Biafra restoration work. The foundations were faulty. That is why the correction were urgently needed to refocus people's understanding of the very project they came into. Anytime a thing is not understood, abuse is inevitable. Some of the backslidings we saw in the last 6 years is as a result of the wrong foundation built. Some of the wrong comments we see here and there is as a result of the wrong foundation built. When the foundation is realigned, refocused, and you have people that are walking on same pedestal, derailment will be on the minimum. Because you now have people with one same objective, same agenda, same focus. You now have people driving towards a particular goal, and not people trying to restore or follow a man, or enthrone a man, or sing praises of a man, or clap for a man, or look for which people will be contributing money for a man. Because to them, Biafra restoration is a man. So unamara na enwere ndị to them Biafra restoration Nnamdi Kanu. Wepụ Nnamdi Kanu to them Biafra end go. Enwere onye na-ajụ m, na how are we going to survive this? Nka onye mo go when see ya Nnamdi Kanu is not Biafra. How wrong people will, and this new realignment, this shift is going to correct this. That is why this correction is needed, for people to understand the reasons and where they are. So for me, this changes from the DOS is a significant shift that will correct the wrong foundation. The foundation were wrong. People had wrong understanding of where they are, of what they have come into. This is the beginning of a redirection to the restoration of Biafra. Some people might be mocking it and be asking you, oath of allegiance, oath of allegiance. Of course, that is the basis, that is the foundation. When you take an allegiance of the objective, the mother project, that is your focus. You will always maintain that focus, not to an individual. When you maintain a focus, it takes all the demons in the world to deceive you. Even angels might not be even able to deceive you, because you have agreed with your life that you are maintaining this focus. This is the line you are going into. So, this is the beginning process of institutionalization. You cannot talk about changes in IPOB without first making changes in people's wrong understanding of what Biafra restoration is all about. So, this is a move in the right direction. It's a move in the right direction. Another way, this is a shift that will build an enduring institution. We are talking about an institution. Anytime you build an institution that is not well laid, it might not last. It might not endure. The endurance of IPOB as an institution starts from our understanding of the project we are into. It starts from where your allegiance is. Is your allegiance on a man, on a mortal man? People are even so stupid. That means anytime I show that mortal, anytime I show that man to you, Biafra and they go. People are so, some of them, because every mortal will die. This thing now, the DOS has redirected. Anytime we do no longer see any member of the DOS, the structure persists. The institution endures. Because the mentality of people have been placed rightly. So the foundation is where this DOS have started. People's mindset of what they came into, of what the goal is all about. Of what the goal is all about. And not only that, we are dealing with people within the Biafran. Biafrans are not like in the Fulani. We are intelligent people. When we successfully build a movement on and around a man, what attractions does it make to people we are expecting to come and join the struggle? How do you convince a Biafran to come and build on a man's vineyard? On a man's vineyard. All of us saw how IPOB money were mismanaged, squandered, misappropriated, embezzled by the Kanus. Because these are the people that assume this belongs to them. This is the mentality of Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu can give directive to the siblings, move money here, even from prison, does not that tells you that this man has taken this struggle to become his enterprise? Is that not his business? To him, it's nothing less than his business. It is his business. And to the siblings, it is their business. And that is why immediately they started to look for everywhere money is. They want to control money. DOS, do not dabble. Maze doziem, he speak when they don't look. They want to control the national coordinators. They want to appoint. They want to disappoint. Isn't it private enterprise? These are people with the mentality that this does not belong to the people. These are the manifestations that these guys have taken this as Kanu's business all along. Even when Nnamdi Kanu was out here. That is why even in Nimenga, actually in Nimenga to control money. Actually in Nimenga to appoint national coordinators. From Unga, he wants to dissolve DOS. From Unga, he wants to suspend all the national coordinators and appoint the expelled ones. From Unga, he wants to establish another radio. From Unga, he wants to build up another armed group. From Unga, he wants you to align with the criminals that destroyed Igbo communities. From Unga, he wants you to call back all the criminals, including the ones that killed our people, including the ones that embezzled IPOB money. Because this is the mentality of a man that have taken IPOB as his own business. These are the wrong foundations built. If you do not know that all these wrong foundations stood as great setback to what we are doing, you are lying. These are all setbacks to what we are doing. The money that should have been invested into the struggle, we are embezzled. Isn't that a setback? Factions, factional groups created here and there. Isn't that setback? When you come to UK now, these are the people that claim that they own the struggle. But up to today, they are struggling, calling everybody, come and join us. Come and join IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu. Come and join a group Nnamdi Kanu. Group Nnamdi Kanu. This is the wrong foundation built, which the GOS is trying to correct. To them, restoration of Biafra is the restoration of Nnamdi Kanu. That is why when they are telling you, no hang a window to Nnamdi Kanu. What is the meaning of window to Nnamdi Kanu? Is in Nnamdi Kanu the Biafra restoration we have come into? That is why you need to protest. Hey, protest in Nnamdi Kanu. Protest in Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. To come and read the code of conduct. No other person but Nnamdi. Nnamdi. This is what happens when a man's integrity is at stake. People around you suffer. They struggle to build you back. But the integrity is in the mud. Oh yeah, all they are doing now. Nnamdi Kanu. What is the meaning of Nnamdi Kanu? It makes no sense. This is a freedom fighting movement. and you have set of mindsets talking about Nnamdi, 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 Nnamdi. You know, even when they claim they are going for diplomatic whatsoever, we saw them in Israel, including the lady they are using, the lady that they have turned into their saga mistress now. Get down here, Rachel. Each time now you see Rachel, he will tell you, my loyalty is to Nnamdi Kanu. I promise Nnamdi Kanu that I am going to make him a smile. I have gone to Israel Parliament. Israel Parliament. Israel Parliament. For Nnamdi Kanu. For Nnamdi Kanu. And this is Israeli Parliament. You are presenting the matter of a people. Don't quote me wrong. There is a difference when you go for campaign for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It's a different thing. But to these criminals, they are claiming they want to bring Biafra for us. But when you watch their lips, you now watching Kewo Rachel. Oh, she says Nnamdi Kanu, that she promised Nnamdi Kanu. To her, everything, restoration of Biafra is for Nnamdi Kanu, is for Nnamdi Kanu. How do you present to a parliament about the freedom of a people and you are projecting a man? Unless in a different circumstance, when you want to talk about the freedom of that man because he's in prison, illegally condemned in prison, is a different thing. It's a different thing. This is why what this DOS have done is very, very vital for the progress of this very movement. It's just a correction to the foundation. When the foundation is corrected, then the structure, the building will begin. The foundation is the mindset. People's ideas, people's belief, the ideology. The ideology. If the ideology is not right, the pursuit will be corrupt. The pursuit will not be right. I'll be playing the voice of the HOD. Even him, he said this during this broadcast. It's not about because they want to make a change. This change came as a result of visible hands of spots on the foundation we've been building upon in the last decade. If we succeed in getting this foundation right, we will go far. We will build strongly. We are going to make a stride, giant steps. We are going to accelerate. It's going to be a project of same mindset set of people. Acceleration is a new progress. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. So, institutionalization starts from here. Getting the foundation right. Osita deba ma. Okadewa parabo. Okadewa parabo. Let's listen to the voice of Mazi Edoziam, the HOD.
Great and wonderful Biafrans. This is objective of freedom of Biafran people.
Did you get it? He tells you the announcement of Sunday night is just a starting point that will bring a focus to the objective. Because all along, there has been distractions. There has not been focus. People have diverse focus. People have focus on people, on personalities, on individuals. That is why it will carry them. One idiot will emerge from anywhere now and begin to act. You see IPOB, the people that call themselves IPOB members, follow and jump and follow them. Because they are not grounded on the very objective. There is no focus. Customer. They don't mind anything that comes. Yeah, whatever thing they see goes with them. These are not stable human beings. You cannot pursue Biafra with this set of mindset and make headway. So, HUD is talking about it is the first leg, first step, is a starting point to maintain focus to the very objective of this Biafra restoration. Let me play it again.
Great and wonderful Biafrans, this is the first part of the steps we are taking and we will be taking in order to make this very movement a movement that is focused on the objective of freedom of Biafran people. The instrument that we are going to use to strengthen not only the movement, but to regain the confidence of our people.
Now, he says these are the instruments we are going to use to strengthen the movement. You cannot talk about the movement without talking about the people. When you talk about IPUB, you are talking about the people. When you have feeble-minded people, count it, you do not have people. When you have people with no focus, count it, you do not have people. I wish you understand this. Continue to listen to him.
And their support for our liberation and freedom as a people. And therefore, I am going to do something very key tonight. Two things as a matter of fact. The first is that as Biafrans are listening to me wherever they are at this very hour, I, Mazi Chikedozium, will on air take the lead by taking the oath of allegiance of the Biafran freedom movement. And after that, I will also do the pledge, take the pledge, and then I will administer the said code to officers that are listening to me tonight. the oath of allegiance. This new oath replaces the former IPOB oath. By taking this oath, I, Mazi Chikadibia Idosium, hereby nullify the former IPOB oath of allegiance which I took in the past.
Okay, two things happen here. It's not only initiating oaths for people to take. He, the leader, the HOD, is the first partaker. As far as this new oath is concerned, he is the first partaker. That means the struggle we are now into is a struggle of equal pedestal. Everybody are on the same level. It's not a struggle where the leaders ask you to take an oath. Some of the leaders, sorry to say it, or should I not say it, Nnamdi Kanu under oath, if I may ask you. When have we seen him taking an oath? I doubt it. Because if he has taken an oath, I do not think that somebody under this very strong IPOB oath will be going against everything, against the struggle. I do not think that a man under the oath will go and start up a rival radio. It's a sabotage to the struggle. It's in the oath. You are saying that you will not go, you will not sabotage the struggle. But you see, a man sabotaged almost everything in the struggle. When you open a rival radio, what sabotage is higher than that? When you ask people to go and form another armed security outfit alongside the ESN, you establish. Is that not sabotage? It's a height of sabotage. When you gather all the suspended and expelled people in IPOB, you are working with them, giving them instruction, even working with the criminals that killed our people. And some you told us that if anybody killed a Biafran, that Biafra will not come. You're not a saboteur. I don't think that a man that took an oath will do all these things. That is why, if you introduce an oath, we need you to become the first partaker. First, it will show us that you will be a leader by an example. It showed us that you are not going to sabotage the struggle. It tells us that you are operating equally with the people you are leading. It tells us that tomorrow you are not going to elongate yourself high above the struggle. You cannot introduce what you cannot abide under. That's it. Let's continue to listen.
As I'm doing this, as I'm reading now the oath, my 2 feet are on the floor. I'm standing with my bare feet on the floor. So that not only that humanity can hear me, but also that the spirits will also listen, and our ancestors bear me witness. I, Mazi Chikadibia of Biafra, led by the Directorate of State of the...
I want you to take note of where the allegiance is going. You are taking an oath towards, let me go back. You know, we Biafrans, we are intelligent people. Somebody like me, when you give me something, I do read it to understand it before I subscribe into it. You know, some people have argued, why is the DOS changing allegiance from Nnamdi Kanu to someone else, or from... Because this is what we saw in the last 6 years that derailed people as a result of people not understanding where they are, what they have come into. I have studied this oath of allegiance and the pledge. Remember, it's two things. Oath of allegiance change. Then there is an introduction of a pledge. And according to announcement, Constitution is coming. Let us understand the context of this oath and the context of this pledge. Can you hold on my hand? Is it something that is done out of people's or individuals' selfish interest? To me, I have gone through it and I don't see self here. I do not see a dozem here. I do not see any member of the DOS here. All I saw here is Biafra, people of Biafra, which is now the realignment, the foundation that needed to be corrected among the believers, among us that are the pursuers of this Biafra restoration project. It's all about towards allegiance, towards the struggle, towards IPOB, towards the people, not towards Ndenachachi, not towards the DOX, not towards any individual now. When you build your mentality on this, it will bring about a change in you. It will bring about a refocus in you. You will understand that this is not for Edoziem. This is not for Nworu. This is not for Abanim. It's not for Zurumike. It's not for Oba. It's not for any member of the DOS. It's about what you are here for. In case tomorrow you do no longer see that person you love so much. In case you do no longer see them tomorrow. But once this correction is made in you, you will abide. You will remain in pute. You will understand the calling. And you will remain on the calling. Let's continue to listen.
Hereby, solemnly, sincerely, and voluntarily swear and declare my allegiance to the indigenous people of Biafra.
Indigenous people of...
Led by the Directorate of State.
Led by...
Of the indigenous people of...
Now, some people will ask, why did they put led by DOS there? Now, when you talk about your allegiance on the indigenous people of Biafra, led by, do you not know that there are so many freedom fighting groups? Are they all not indigenous people of Biafra? Do you not have a Wazurike group? Uchemefa, I think, has his own group. Do you not have small groups? Government But it's talking about the IPOB led by the Directorate of State. The essence of adding led by the Directorate of State is for you to understand the particular IPOB in question, where your allegiance is towards to. I don't know if I'm making any sense here at all. I don't know how to explain this. Did I make any sense? Did I make sense? Let's continue.
I swear to uphold and defend the objectives and the constitutional order of the indigenous people of Biafra.
You swear to respect. All the allegiance is still towards the Biafra struggle, towards the constitution. Constitution will soon be here. What will be the context of the constitution? Constitution ga ukwa iwu na achịkwa IPOB. Doing it right, doing it well. It's not all about the struggle, not about a dozen, not about anybody. We are building an enduring institution. Anytime we get it right, we will build a very stable, not only we'll build a very stable nation. Whether you like it or not, the stability of IPOB will determine the stability of Biafra nation that will be restored when the time comes. A porous IPOB will give birth to a porous Biafra nation. An unstable IPOB will produce an unstable Biafra nation. Let's continue to listen to him.
I swear that I will never engage in any act of insubordination to the leadership, the Constitution, or do anything to jeopardize the restoration of the Republic of the...
Now, some people will claim, oh, they want allegiance to the leadership. You know, when we talk about leadership, it's not only telling you about DOS leadership. In your zone, you have leadership. You have your unit coordinator. Loyalty to your unit coordinator is what is being emphasized here. Loyalty to your regional coordinator is what is being emphasized here. So, the leadership in particular is not directed towards a particular set of people. Of course, IPOB has that mantra of discipline. Without discipline, we cannot have a strong movement. Respect, loyalty to whoever that leads whichever zone or whichever unit you belong to. About leadership.
I swear to faithfully and truthfully discharge my duties of membership and to comply with all lawful directives from the Directorate of State.
Power flows from them.
To the pursuit of the freedom, the dignity, and unity and self-determination of the indigenous people of Biafra.
People of Biafra.
I undertake to preserve the integrity, independence, and constitutional order of the movement. I swear to protect and not to endanger the life of my fellow IPOB member, working in all sincerity and in all honesty for the restoration Biafran, and never to use my membership, office, or authority for personal gain, for nepotism, for corruption, or for purposes.
Now the canon needs to hear this one. Never to use my position for my own personal gain. That is why I said, if you are fantastically corrupt, fantastically corrupt, this oath awurokwa makage. Awurokwa na ede corrupt, you take ikwene. Awurokwa na because you had an take oath, wala bia take oath. Awurokwa na ine ezu go IPOB. Do not come close to this oath. Do not misuse your position. Do not make use of your position. Use because of your position and commit your personal whatever. Tifri, Oshi. So, to IPOB, na some me. Let me put it this way. Can do carbon again now. To IPOB abhors criminality. It abhors public IPOB financial finance embezzlement. Don't come close to this oath. Do not come close to this oath. Do not abuse your position. This oath is a double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. If the Directorate of State can review this oath, take it along with us, abide with us, that means they are going to lead by example. Going to lead by example. Not only them, everybody in position, whether in unit, in region, in the national, if Ohi is in your blood, do not come close to IPOB. This oath will destroy you. You must have to drop Oshi before you go close to this oath. Though you are out, this oath, Kanonta, this oath will kill you. All of you. Zero Shigo IPOB. This oath gave wound. Don't come close. Don't was with us. This is the pace we are setting here. This is a pace of whiter than white and okwaha whiter than unkendashi. Ndoshi. The embezzlers. The extortioners. This is building now. Whiter than white and whiter than snow. When you see IPOB money, a gather your pumakechi a devil. I'm a financial henna on my unit. Ego IPOB. Anybody that knows me, the way I do my own accountability, and I'm a post here na platform. Anytime I forward money to the national account, I send the invoice evidence both to the unit coordinator, to the secretary, via email. I do open accountability. Shishi. Somewhere now. Even if they don't see anything to steal, even if it's a comb, kombe eji ekombe isi maka na mmụọ shid ya n'ime ọfụma ihe oge zo ọsọ ya tishu were tishu fọ ị na-akpa jos ka ọ bụrụ na ezuru oshi mmụọ oshi dị onye aha n'ime. So if you have the spirit of ohi in you oh, who is calling? Because do not call now. I will open my line later. Because Onya, don't call now. Can you play channel? Can you know where we are going? We need to understand. I am somebody that understands what I am into. If we do not understand in full this major shift, we will not make maximum use of it. We need to expatiate it. In fact, all throughout this month and beyond, we will expatiate it. We will go detail. We will go deeper into it. We will analyze it. We will explain it for people to understand where we are. This is a major shift taking place in IPOB. Okay, that can be the struggle. Building rightly on this very clear foundation. When we get the foundation right, we will build strongly, stably, boldly. Kita zika abanye whiter than white. Makana ndi oshi niile ga-agba ọsọ. All the thieves should be on run. Ọnwụ na aka ga-adị ha ọcha. Don't come close to this oath. It's a double-edged sword. Ọ na-egbu n'ihu na-egbu n'azụ. Let's continue.
Inconsistent with the fundamental objectives of IPOB. I swear to this oath consciously and voluntarily.
Voluntarily, oh. And what nobody is forcing you. When you examine yourself and you don't see yourself betraying the struggle, Nanya, listen to me. Before even this, I have had this at the back of my mind, that if anything should happen on this journey, if anything should happen, and me, Oge, will no longer or can no longer continue, I will disappear without anybody knowing. Topo a topo, you can never get it from me. Wopo a wopo, you can never get it from me. This is the decision on takeable, that if anything ever happens at all, that I will drop on this journey. You can never see me come back to say anything or do anything against this struggle. I will disappear as I never existed before. As I never existed. So, this oath, you have to sit down and examine yourself. Are you here to restore Biafra? Or do you have another ulterior motive? Ibialoshi. Or did you come Kadia Kuala Guguno? I remember in Keno Lagos, Kedahia Chalugo. When she dropped, she started to make comments everywhere. They have used me. They have used me. After using me, they refused to pay my rent. Because to her, she came into IPOB, Kobia Wall Jack Aboro. That after shouting like Aboro market woman, and I could go rent. So probably rent was paid for the first time, and probably second time a woman's to pay the second time rent. She sparked off. They have used me. They have used me. These are the wrong conceptions of joining, of coming even near to IPOB because he wasn't a member. Because she came. God their wall Jana media on our board Jana you be paying rent for her. These are the foundations we are correcting now. If you are in this struggle, you should understand your purpose. You should understand where you are, what you have come for. Because if you don't understand, little thing that will blow you up tomorrow, the journey has begun. The restoration of Biafra has just begun. Continue to listen.
Accepting the rights, the duties, and responsibilities of membership as enshrined in the Constitution. I swear that if I walk against the freedom of Biafrans, may Toko Kikabiama cut short my life. If I walk truthfully and honestly for the restoration of Biafra, may Toko Kikabiama bless me to see and
do you think Mazi Edoziem is the first partaker of this oath? Do you think after taking this oath, and if something happened tomorrow and Mazi Edoziem decided to leave, do you think he will go and start to fight the struggle after this oath? Unless Moonye way reprobate mind. Do you think after taking this oath, you can be pointing to the Nigerian government, this is Mazi Okeke, on IPOB. This is her house. Go and arrest him. Arrest her. This is IPOB for whiter than white. It kickstarts the genuine restoration of Biafra. That is why I doubt if Nnamdi Kanu ever took an oath. Because he altered, he went contrary to everything against the struggle. He jeopardized the struggle. Even to the extent of writing to the UN that is no more the DUS. The effect of that action, had UN or those embassies, had they listened to that, what they would have done is that the right IPOB in each countries will be banned. You know, when we did AGM here on 18th of July, all those men you saw in the hall, Nnamdi Kanu would have used that letter to chase everybody away. Because when the UK government should ban all of us in the hall that day. Now tell me, which other IPOB again do we have in UK? Is it those Umuagafu? Umuagafu cannot under control in UK here. Some of them are Okwandi Igbo. Some of them, I know their joint in Woolwich there. They are weed smokers. Majority of them Wundi Igbo, they say Igbo. I know them. I will only nke one had all but a meeting that time. Only only Bichia Kanini. One I only Igbo too and heke. Oh, Hancha window to Nnamdi. You know, these are the height of jeopardizing the struggle, going against IPOB itself. Ipob, the right IPOB, what and the expelled one, the suspended one, even the one they made the deputy head of Sokoto Sabotua, is the one that he himself, Nnamdi Kanu, suspended that one. Can I have that guy? When somebody abo or the Moses abo, get out here. Can I have that guy? I've forgotten his name. He's in UK here. The one that is now their deputy HOD. This is somebody Nnamdi himself placed on suspension. And why did Nnamdi place him on suspension? Because that one started to work with Uchemefo. For you to understand who Nnamdi is. A very selfish man. He doesn't like somebody going contrary when he's in charge. Because that one started to work with Uchemefo. They opened their radio. But now you can see Nnamdi authorizing a different radio. Solomon Ebo, thank you. Ikechukwu, thank you. Oh, Solomon Ebo. He's still on suspension by Nnamdi. Okay, for you to understand the extent of sabotage, Nnamdi went, gathering all the criminals together, all the expelled and sacked individual. He said he has handed over IPOB to even the criminal woman in Ireland, if young Biko, the one that worked with Simon Ekpa, that we are calling traders, phone traders. If you don't provide our boys with ego granules, we will come and burn your shop. These are the criminals and now they gather together. He wanted to hand over IPOB. When you talk about saboteur, count Nnamdi Kanu first. Nobody has sabotaged IPOB. The level Nnamdi has gone. That is why I still question, did that guy even took an oath? Because all cannot take the oath. Oath again, that oath, yeah, that defunct oath, yeah. Oh, kwala kwala ya oge egbukwu ye. Enwere ihe ga-egbu ya wụrụ that oath. Because he sabotaged everything. He sabotaged everything. Look at Jubri, imposter. We don't know where he drafted him from. He said he has made him the head of HOD. Some of you that knew Edoziem knew where Edoziem started to build. From ordinary member of IPOB to the principal officer to European rep to where he is now. Along all these steps, you could see him in rallies. You could see him in embassies. You could see him in protests. You could see him with a megaphone preaching the gospel of Biafran. And we saw a man, we don't know whom he is. Imposter, Jubri, Nnamdi. Place and said, guy, I hand IPOB over to you. What a sabotage. When we count the saboteurs in IPOB, Nnamdi is number one. For September, KGM sabotage, yeah, days of saboteur. Nnamdi is number one saboteur. He sabotaged everything. All the IPOB national coordinators can Nnamdi release their names and say they are suspended. From Unga, DOS are dissolved. The guy, because this is a guy that enthroned himself. He built himself high above the struggle. He has no respect for the struggle. He has no respect for anybody in the struggle. That is why he, even if from Unga, Onyanonanga, under chain, you want to be in chain and be controlling IPOB. Because you've already taken them to the Mugo. But that's why he used the word Umokoko. He took IPOB members off as Umokoko. He saw IPOB as his business. That is why he tells you, give all money to this so. Kanunta, we are pushing money to himself. Anyhow. Even when he was in Kenya, Nnamdi, he was ordering for money from different angles. It was his in-law, Master Prophet, in 2021, when he was doing one exposition like that. He was trying to link Madam Oyibo to the abduction of Nnamdi. He was trying to tell people that Madam Oyibo was the one sending money to Nnamdi Kanu. And he did a program where he posted, he showed invoices of 20,000 number of times Madam Oyibo we are pushing to Nnamdi in Kenya. That was how I knew that the money that belongs to ESN, because the money under the control of Madam Oyibo is a money meant for ESN. That is where Nnamdi Manyalaka Egobala Neli. Number of times $20,000 were sent to him in Kenya from ESN money. This exposition was done by his in-law, Master Prophet. To tell you, he has no regard. That's why I doubt that he operated under an oath. He just subjected people, members, to the oath. He never took an oath. He didn't abide by it. From South Africa, 30,000. This is money belongs to an organization. Because the one who send. These are the foundation we are building on a hollow sinking sand. All the line would have fallen. The building will collapse on all of us. Because it was a foundation built in embezzlement, in criminality, in iniquity, in ingenuity, in fraud. And what I'm called beautiful on? It would have collapsed on us. It would have collapsed on us. Some people are calling. Let me just finish playing this. Okay, it's not much again. Then you guys can call.
A free and independent Biafran nation. In Chukwukabiama's name, I swear. He said, now I will go to the Biafran play.
So this is the oath of allegiance. I think I'll be free again on today is Tuesday. I'll be free again maybe on Friday. I will continue with the pledge. So we'll continue to talk about this significant change in IPOB, because it's a change of redirection, is a change of hope, is a change of stability, is a change of genuinity, is a blessed hope, change of blessed hope for the future, for the sustainability of what we are doing, for the sustainability of what we are doing. So, it is a good shift, a wonderful shift in the right direction. Okay, let me call Lion Man. But Lion Man, I have other, how many callers that called before you? Okay, let me copy so that people wouldn't think I am calling my colleague. Let me call this first person that called. Because pick your call and make it brief. Because please. And there, woman Zilba. Good evening, sir, from here. Okay, if you are no more around, maybe I can call another person. Okay, let me call okay, Lion Man, let me call you then. Okay, Lion Man, if you okay. Hello, welcome, sir. Welcome to the program, Lion Man.
God bless you. I was calling the analysis of the thing.
Because somebody is calling, I will call you back. Yeah, somebody is in already. So, Lion Man, continue.
Okay. So I just want to appreciate you for your good work, and there is a statement you made there, you know, and one thing about scammers and the murderers, underline the statement. One thing I want to tell you about scammers and murderers, they are the greatest coward in the world. Those who love to take other people's life away from them. Because when I was in the system, I know how, as a special sport forceman, I know how we do engage them, we know how we do capture them. And then at the end of the day, you will find out those who always love people to go and die. Or who people always plead, please don't take my life, don't kill me. You see them, they will harden their heart and they take the life of that person. Whenever they enter your hand, my sister, you will be asking yourself, is it this person that the whole community is afraid of? Is it this person that is causing havoc in the state? That question you will ask yourself. If you see where they will be singing, confessing, even the one you ask and the one you don't ask, they will make it available for you. You see, when the ex-leader of Ipob was captured, my sister, if you see the information that was coming in from Nigeria government officials given to me, and I let most of them to know, most of all these officers. I said, I know. I said, are you surprised? Most of people like that who always talk, they will open their mouth, they will threaten, they will talk, they will think that this person has mind. As soon as you get hold of them, if you see the way they will be singing, you yourself will be surprising. Maybe you have captured, maybe you yourself will be doubting, maybe you have captured the wrong person. Maybe it's not the real person, but it's the real person. That has been their character. They are coward. So the ex-leader of Ipob attitude of sabotaging all the, like what he said there, sabotaging all the system in IPO, it is not surprise to me, because the way he speaks on Radio Biafra, even in 2019, I told somebody, I said, this man always sounds like a coward. The person said, you know, he's a brave man. I said, well, let us not pray for a scenario of showcasing the braveness never to come. Because the way I'm seeing this man insulting people, the way I'm seeing this man blackmailing people, I said, this one sounds purely like a coward. And today, I was not mistaken in my point of view towards him. He's the kind of sabotage every damn fucking thing in IPO. He handed everything. He handed over everything to Nigerian government. But glory be to God, as he was handing everything over, revealing everything over to them, IPOB is busy reshuffling and changing the system. So that is why even Nigerian government find it so difficult. So they thought that he was lying. But the one thing the Kanu should have known that The people who answered his call never knew that he was a scammer. But the people who answered his call came into that particular ring. In other words, to accomplish the call he made. But we never knew within him and his family, he was fake. And you see, sometimes when things is about to happen, God always put it in the mouth of somebody. I remember 2020, I remember 2018 and 2020. I said something in one of I was reading program. I said, if at all that this call for Biafra is a scam, I said God is going to change it to reality. I don't know how many of you remember that program. I was saying it that day, and one man called in and said, Lion Man, this is exactly the voice I had 3 days ago. And I don't know why this voice was repeated to me, according to that man call. He said, you have just said exactly the voice I had. I said, I was sitting down in my house, and this voice came and said, even though those who are agitating for Biafra, those who made the call for Biafra are scammers or they don't mean business, they are fake. He said God is going to change it to reality. And today, that is exactly what is manifesting. That is exactly what is manifesting today. Many people don't know. All these guys you see them, the kind of gathered. Okay, look at Madam Bridget. I want to ask you now, Wada. Can you go to Nigeria and review yourself where you are in Nigeria? I want you to answer this question.
No, I saw her in the being introduced by
You
the
say what?
lawyer.
I'm not hearing you.
Yeah.
Say.
No, I said no.
Okay. But Madam Bridget, fly all the way from US to Sokoto, and the video was made about her visited Mazen Nandekano, and her name was revealed to the public that it was Madam Bridget.
I saw the video. Yeah.
Okay. What does that tell you?
I know.
I want to hear from you. What does that tell you? Can you explain to me before I continue?
Yeah, either they are working with the Nigerian government or what do you want me to say?
No, not when you say either, that means you are not being sincere to yourself. Yeah, you are not sincere to yourself. I must tell you before your face. You are not sincere to yourself. That is exactly, they are working, no, it's not either. They are working with Nigerian government. Because Mazen Nadekano have released the names of those who want to cooperate with him. In other way.
Yeah. Sorry, Mazi, continue. I'm coming, yeah? I'm coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mazen Nadekano have reviewed to the Nigerian government and submit the names of those who are willing, who have agreed to work with him to dismantle the movement of Biafra restoration. I have the intel given to me, and that is why if you watch them, they are not easily coming to me or coming to try to attack me, because I am not in their category of this they are reckless of what I call it their senseless attack. What I will tell you is what is on ground and what is on table. What is on table before them. All these Methuselah, all these guys you are seeing, Solomon, Ipob, and the other ones you are seeing, these are the people that Mazen Nadekano submitted their name through Aloy Regimato. He told the Nigerian government that these people should not be touched. These are the people who want to help him, who want to work with him in order way to dismantle Ipob, that other members have refused to adhere to his own demand. Because, of course, EOS member, when he approached the EOS members, I told them to dismantle Ipob, that when they come out, he's going to, he's going to gather everybody again. The EOS turned that demand down. So these are the people that agreed, and they did not agree on that condition on empty hand. Nothing was attached to it. If you ask Methuselah will tell you there's nothing they do today. This group will do today, they don't collect money. They collect money from the siblings of Mazen and the Khan. And I am here now to tell them, any money you collected in a funny way, that if you not invest, that money will finish you. Remember what I said in one of my programs? I said, Nnamdi Kanu will be hungry in Sokoto when time comes. Because now, he have reduced, he doesn't spend 20 million again. He was spending 20 million thinking that IPOB is a fool. IPOB is a fool. They will continue, powering him with money. But when it's not clear to him now that nobody is ready to empower him again because we have known that he's a scammer. Now, he no longer spend that money again. He no longer spend those money again to Al-Majri. And as he stands now, remember, these people, they are like dog. You know how dog behave, white dog. If you feed them today, you don't feed them tomorrow, I am sorry for your life. They may turn against you at any fucking moment. And the reason why now they cannot have refused to be transferred to Igbo land, where he will be even safe, because Nnamdi Kanu understand the spirits that operate in Igbo land. Nnamdi Kanu is a wise guy. He understands the spirit that operates in Igbo land. If Nnamdi Kanu touch his feet in Igbo land today and be in the prison, I give you, immediately after 4 months, Nnamdi Kanu is going to run complete march inside the prison. He's going to run march inside the prison because the spirit of the land is going to descend on him. Because what he committed is abomination. Because nobody knew. He did not mean business for Biafra. All of us thought that he meant business for Biafra. And that's why all of us answered that call in another way to help him out. To make that historic achievement. But not knowing that the young man is desperate. And this have led me to go and search who is the father of Nnamdi Kanu. My sister, when I discover who the father of Nnamdi Kanu is, Nnamdi Kanu father, I don't want, it's not that I'm just trying to, in our culture, we don't need to talk down on the dead. That is Igbo culture. But let me say this thing. Nnamdi Kanu father is a 419. 1994, 1993, 1995, 1990, even up to 1999, 1998. Nnamdi Kanu father is involved in the fake Naira printing in Aba. Fake Naira printing in Aba, 1994. I say, oh, this even run in the lineage, this scam even runs in their bloodline. You see, that is why we made a very big mistake. It is high time we need to run background check. You see, and that's why I love this institutionalization of IPOB. We are going to run background check of every family, of every individual that want to be involved in the Biafran restoration, so that we will not make a great mistake again. We are going to run the check, the background check. As man, let me just say it on air now. As man the check is, let me just be open. I have established the movement. I am going to run a background check of his family history. I am going to do so because asla agwo aga happen we hetorogogo Apart from the bottle, apart from the bottle, my dear sister. Ndị Igbo sị na agwọ ga-amụrịrị ihe toro ogologo. Ịma ha nwere ha anyị na-asị na the same mothers are born, not the same God that creates. No, it's wrong. There is tendency, if your mother is a thief or your father is a thief, there is tendency that those children will have that spirit of stealing in them. That is why in the US, when you come out in a certain position, the investigative journalists will start searching everything about you. Look at what they did to Obama. They now, even if Obama came out to contest for President of the United States of America, investigative journalists, they flooded into his life, started searching, making, to the extent they found out that Obama mother took Obama to Bangkok, to Indonesia, where she remarried. And they went to Indonesia to check the stepfather of Obama. They went to Indonesia to check the stepfather of Obama to know his attitude, because Obama went there with the mother before the mother returned Obama to the grandmother, which is Obama mother. Obama mother's mother. The woman have to return it to hand Obama back to the mother to train, which is the grandmother of Obama in the US, the white woman. That was when the journalists, investigative journalists, have to get Obama cleared that Obama did not grow up in Indonesia. He grew up in the hands of the grandmother. In the way they check the background of that grandmother, the grandmother is a Senate woman. Even though one thing with us in Africa, we take everything for granted. All this is matters. All this is matters. It's like a family now. You come, you find 2 to 3 persons who have still there, who have engaged in robbery. And somebody from that kind of family want to contest for Senate, and the people ignorantly voted them. Who told you where 3 people or 4 people have been involved in a robbery? Who told you that that one does not have the spirit of robbery? Who told you? Who gave you the guarantee? If it's in a civilized nation, the attitude of the record of those other ones who have been involved in robbery will disqualify him, because they will say, no, this thing runs in their family. This thing runs in their family. He will be disqualified. That is why even here in Brazil, those who have ambition to run for public office here, they always beg their family relative, please don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this, because they know if that family have a bad record, it will affect their ambition, and that their ambition will not be achieved. So that is the issue. So, my dear sister, we need to be very careful now that we have institutionalized IPOB, because we are restoring country. This is not a family business. This is not a woman. We are talking about nation here. We are talking about nation that have to stand. And we must make sure that we that is involved, our character is somehow excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, Dalunde, well, thank you for your great contributions. Thank you. Yeah, that is the thing, you know. That is the thing. After this institution, I do not think any tyrant will rise again in IPOB, because the foundation we are initially set wrong. Of course, the wrong foundation will always give yield to all manner of criminality, be it embezzlement, unfounded bogus announcement that lands people into trouble, that lands our youth to early graves. And after all these things, they're all safe. Some people will claim, is this somebody in the prison you guys are talking about? I keep on saying it. Nobody would have talked about Nnamdi Kanu if had Nnamdi Kanu behaved himself. So he's the one that landed himself into trouble to this talk. Now people are talking about him. And this will take me to one post. I saw one lady. You know, this lady they call Gina Ebiokoli. You know, I don't like talking about people, you know, especially my fellow women. But there is one thing about this woman. This woman is somebody, because I'm somebody that detects dubious characters on time. I'm going to make very observing eyes. The way he or she operates, unless if you are new. I know many of our people, especially if you have stayed a bit longer and you are steady online. This lady they call Ebi, I am not trying to talk down on her, but this lady who is a character, I will call Ndwe Alolan and Do Kenya Alolan. You know, when you come to villages or communities, and when they are upon Ndo Kenya Alolan, Ndo Kenya Nuno, they will always pretend to be good. They will always pretend not to be seeing the evil going on. They will always capitalize. Because I will call you back. Let me finish up with this thing I'm talking about. I think I've deleted that lady's comment. But let me check back. I am talking about this lady Anna Ebi Gina or something like that. You know, when I observe the kind of person that woman is, several months ago, I unfriended that girl because somebody like me, I live very straightforward. I hate Ndihuabwa. I hate hypocrisy. And I detect awful characters on time. So this woman has been in this struggle and has been pretending as if she doesn't see or hear what Nnamdi Kanu has been doing. Because this behaviors from Nnamdi did not start today. Nnamdi, as I said before, sabotaged the struggle in the highest order in all the ways. Nnamdi Kanu, at a time, initially said that he has introduced 100 men. That is now the people that will restore Biafra. At the presence of people he called leadership, at the presence of people he calls the Ipob of different countries, and it looks like his plan didn't work out. He then decided to say that he has dissolved the DOS. That woman, Onyalulana Ebi Okoli Gina, let me go and get her post. This is not her first time of making similar posts. This woman has been pretending as if she doesn't see the contradictory decisions Nnamdi has been introducing. The only thing her Alulana eyes sees is only people talking about Nnamdi. She doesn't see the one Nnamdi is doing. Just only the ones people are talking, criticizing Nnamdi for. There is nobody in this struggle that has criticized Nnamdi Kanu unnecessarily. Most of the things people talk about him is as a result of his sabotage against the struggle. is as a result of destruction he wants to set in Igbo land in order to safeguard his image and his personality. Onya alulana Ebiokoli Gina kana akpe gini. Let me get that post. Gina Ebiokoli, that is the woman I am talking about. She lives in America. She always wears nurse's uniform to dance like Onyala online. She will always pretend to be a good woman. She only sees people criticize what Nnamdi is doing, but she doesn't see the one Nnamdi is doing. There is one post she made. I'm looking for Nana. I want to read. Get to that post. I hate Ndalulana with everything in me, and that is why I unfriended that woman. Longest time. Like I'm a chop with a character mad on time. I can't see that post in one mail where she's talking about people are criticizing Nnamdi. Can you tell us what are people talking about Nnamdi? Today, I have talked about how Nnamdi cannot try to dissolve DOS from Nga. Is it the right thing to do? I have talked about Nnamdi cannot sabotage of creating factions, of creating Ndonhijebwe to fight the ESN he initially instituted. I have talked about how he went with his siblings and opened up a parallel radio. I have talked about how he decided to write to UN and other embassies in order to clamp down on our operations of IPOB in different countries. I have talked about how Nnamdi Kanu sacked all the national coordinators from Nga, from prison. Which one has he not done? And these are the things when people are talking about, Onyalula and Ebijina will pretend as if, oh, people are just criticizing Nnamdi, innocent Nnamdi. Which Nnamdi is innocent? Nnamdi is a saboteur that has sabotaged the struggle, that almost collapsed the struggle. If not that there are hardcores that decided that we are not going to listen to this man. Let's stick with the leadership out here that we can see. If not, this man almost collapsed. He would have collapsed the movement. A man that is working with all the expelled criminals. A man that handed over the struggle to a non-IPOB member. Which one has Nnamdi not done? And the woman, Gina Ebi Gina, let me bring her and show you in case if for people that don't know her. This is the woman I am. She pretends to be a good woman, but she's as dirty in the heart as anything. She doesn't see what Nnamdi is doing, but she sees the people talking about Nnamdi. If I were you, if I know the group or where I want to, just stay there. There is nobody in this struggle that can claim that Nnamdi has not done, has not jeopardized or has not been trying to cause problem and divisions to the struggle. Nobody would doubt it apart from this woman. Onyalulana. What she shares now, was everything a lawyer Jamaica post. You will see her post it. Because she claims to love Nnamdi Kanu. The one, all the people, all the saboteurs that have been fighting the leadership and the struggle is what she posts. And she continues to pretend that she's neutral. She doesn't belong to any side. If you don't belong to any side, if I were you, honest people will always maintain balance. For me to see you as an honest person, I will see you maintaining the balance. But I have not seen you maintain balance. I have not seen you condemn what Nnamdi is doing. The only thing I see you condemn is what people are talking about Nnamdi. And that makes and places you as Izbutunyalulana. You're so disgusting. Your character is disgusting. Because let me not go far. Let me not go far. I'm sorry for using the word. Man, mad. Let me leave it that way. Let me leave it here. I don't want to go too far with you. But if you want to maintain neutral, stay neutral. stop talking rubbish about people. You are talking about victims. You are talking about victims. Suffer what Nnamdi did to us. You are talking about the people that embezzle their money, and you don't want them to express their dissatisfaction. You don't want them to complain. When they talk, you come to tell them that they are talking about Nnamdi. Mature if you don't have anything to say. I hate people that behave like you. That's what you are. Stop pretending to be a good person. I have known you. You are not a good woman. And that's why I unfriended you. Longest time. Even before you started to behave funny openly. Hello, welcome to the program.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you for your job, and thank you for your time and the patience. And that woman you're talking about, you saw her. Everybody who sees worship, you can enumerate everything that has gone wrong. This woman will always have one thing to say to nullify all of it, which means you are talking nonsense. So, people who stole money, people who jeopardize Biafrans, people who killed Biafrans, people who jeopardize the struggle, this woman doesn't see it or speak about it. She will not tell you that Mazinan can own Ipob.
Imagine.
Can form your own.
Imagine.
So I don't. She loves Nankan and we hate Nankan. Oh, just and our hearts will be our judges. Forget what those kind of people will say. I don't even spend time. I'm trying to train myself, God help me, to stop even reacting to their posts, except when it is necessary to counter accusations. Otherwise, I leave them alone because they are wasting my time and my energy. People like Gina Biokoli, I have tried to, you know.
Yes, that woman, yes, is getting notice. Let me read what you've written. And I know she used to be your friend. Let me read what you said. That woman is petty. I noticed her. I noticed her longest time. I observe people. I observe as Sonia Lulana that never speak the truth. When I delete and I don't want to be seeing you. You know, that's that woman. Continue, my dear. Thank you. Continue.
Thank you. So now, my happiness, my joy is that delivery from our HDOS Maziti Kedosian on the 2nd, because my sister, I've taken that oath, old oath. I've taken it up to 4 times because of circumstances or change of position or duration, or when the HDOS said that people have to retake it so that we know how many we are. So when you are taking that oath, because of your conviction and your uprightness, you don't care. But when you will know the gravity of that oath is when some people come anew to the movement. At the point of taking it, some people will take it when you reach to that last phase of it. Some people will be very uncomfortable with the pot because they believe or they want or they need, they will swallow it. But then some people who come new, who want to take the oath, some of them will say, I think I will think about it. Some of them will say, I'm a pastor, we don't take oath because we're pastors. They will run. Because of that last phase, destroy me, destroy my family, destroy my generation, all that thing, that is the chain that was meant to hold people so that people will not even dare to ask any question. That is the intention.
Even bringing generation, your children, the children to come that don't even know or partake in the oath, you want to put their lives on the line. It's a very stupid, foolish of us even admitting taking that.
Our immediate families have been condemned, but the posterity, the generation unborn yet to come, even children's children or children, these are, there's, when somebody, it is good not to judge somebody without knowing their heart, because you cannot know somebody's heart. Nice Mwokoro, after that, presentation by, that is your UK regional coordinator. After the presentation by HDOS, Nice was giving some, explanation, and he said that his wife said that oath is demonic or demonic. Yes, I had it, and I pinched myself because we were taking it in order to show our sincerity and to assure our colleagues and Congress that we mean no evil or mean no harm. But knowing what I know now, I'm asking myself, what was the original intention of that? And you cannot fail to come to a particular conclusion. Because the way people, and the people who didn't take that oath, because I don't think that Ipob took it, I don't think Madam Nene took it, and the rest of them. The way they behaved showed that they had the ulterior motives. God help me if I'm mistaken.
But you are right. You are right.
So what I'm saying is that oath, that is giving that oath and making it acceptable and realistic and credible. It's one thing that will even attract people in the movement. Because some people will really look at it and say, no, I'm not coming to this. Not that they don't want Biafra or don't want to join Ipob, but because of that text, some people don't understand it and they don't want to commit to it. So I'm very happy with that, and the pledge and the sincerity of this crop of people in the Directorate of State. I believe, because some people will call themselves prophets. Some prophets of old have even erred and have been punished. So when somebody said that Chukwuka Biam handpicked these people, by taking a stand even onto that deity that we have built, and say no, we will not disband DOS, we will not disband ESN, we will not shut down Radio Biafra, and we will not dissolve IPOB. We want Biafra. You said this one, we will continue. We want to rescue you, you want to work for your release, but you also want to continue for the grace of Biafra. And that is where I stood when this one was cooking. That's where I was thinking, why must it be either or? Why can't we do both? Nobody told me that anybody said to shut all these things, but my mind was telling me these things, something, and then before the information started coming out. So what I'm saying now, to cut long story short, I'm telling my comrades, my brothers and sisters in IPOB, under the command of and under the leadership, let me put it like that, under the leadership of the Director of State, we must be strong because our cause is just and our position is just. You cannot own the country. IPOB is meaning indigenous people of Biafra. It's a folk, it's a people, it's a nation. Nobody can own it, and nobody can own the state asset as his. So that is, for me, everything is clear. It's remains for some people to take clear position. Say, okay, I love you, I like you, I support you, but I want Biafra. I love Biafra more than you, even more than my mother. I can say it because my mother is dead anyway, so she will not be angry with me. But I'm saying that if it be that my people will be rescued forever. Because when you have a country, you have a home, a shelter. I can say, even if you are my sibling but you're not in Biafra, I can trust you in certain things, but not in certain things. If you're not in agitation. That is why I can tell you for free that I trust people who are under us. More than, that is why this issue of I was furious when Kananta said it first. When Martin and Kanu was a renation to Nigeria, people were asking him, why didn't you raise alarm while he was in Kenya, so that the fight and the legal battle will start in Kenya? He said he's coming and net. What is that? And recently we had another he's coming and net from Sokoto, which means, my sister, good night. Only Aslan the one who's
yeah, Kachifo. Thank you. Thank you. So is all essence of shifting IPOB from being a family run business, because exactly that's what it was. We in the struggle where we were told that no member of the family has any position, and later we found out that a sibling had access to all IPOB money. And to make it worse, the woman in charge of money, which is Nenya, coming out to say that Kano had a position of going for diplomats. That's why all the monies are being shifted to him. So, in all these things, can't we see that we are building on a shallow ground? IPOB, we built on lies of a man. A man, we are lying to us, and we are making us to understand that we are building on whiter than white. So it's all essence of carving away anything that has to do with familyship. If IPOB should be run like a family, then it's not a struggle. It's not an institution. That's why our pulse, we are run like a family pulse. Anytime they want money, to the extent even the in-law with insanity, the one that wears the blanket on the head, that one we are collecting his own share. Children born different places, we are collecting their own share. Even I had Kano's son, one name like that. They say this is Kano's son. This is a movement that was set up and assumed to be an institution, but the operation are nothing but typical family private business. So, kedu ka ndị ụka shekwie na anyị esigo na mmegbu pụọ, mmegbu ndị bekano, oshi ndị bekano. I said before, this movement would have collapsed on us. Almost. A family that carried the finance of an organization sees the ego of an organization, sees the remaining one after withdrawing large sums. The remaining one were seized, accounts closed. It's almost collapsed. Is it because we have a wise leadership that knew how they managed to run and control the struggle that it didn't collapse? What Ndebe Kanu did to IPOB amounts to total collapse, total shutdown. Or do we talk about the recent one? And that is why I get so angry when I see hypocrites telling us, criticizing people talking about Nnamdi. What Nnamdi did to IPOB is not what you expect anybody to shut up. And anyway, time of to somebody, what did they call it? Somebody how did they put it? In Igbo, when something happened to you, it's always good that you let it out. Letting out your sorrow. This is what we are doing. It's better you let things out than allowing it to suffocate you. You see people, their money were embezzled, and you do not want them to talk because of Nnamdi Kanu is involved. You see a movement, a man in the prison is trying to shut down, is trying to hand over, wanted to hand over to criminals, to imposters, to suspended ones, and you want people to... You see a drugging man. Not gonna like you know. Look at what she's writing here. This Gina Ebiokol. She said, Nnamdi Kanu this, Nnamdi Kanu that. Star, go and find a job. You are a very stupid woman, Ebi Gina. You are such a very stupid idiot. Why? Come and shut us up. I have said it before. Nobody is going to shut people up. Oh. You guys were threatening with court. Kanonta, where is your court this thing? I told you even UK courts cannot shut me up because I am a victim. I am a victim of Kanu's fraudulent activities. I'm a victim of Kanu's embezzlement. You cannot shut victims up. What you do to victims is to pacify their anger. That's the only thing you can do to them. So anybody thinking that we are going to keep quiet is lying. We are moving on, building on our most awesome foundation, shifted and redirected. But it wouldn't stop us referring back. It's just like me talking about our future without talking about where we are coming from, without talking about the embezzlement that happened to us, without talking about how a man used dictatorship to render people, to lead youth to early grace. You can't stop me from saying that. You can't stop people talking about how factions were created. Don't you know the effects of factions? Don't you know back home? Recently we had in a meeting in Aba. They went there. And you think such might not reoccur? And you think lives cannot be lost in such situations? And you think people will keep quiet at that? Hello. You're lying. Now, some man they cannot this. You won't come on, shut up. This is by him. And then look when you put an eye, have your queen a web. A bubble on wiggin able. He up one den or see, Nizu, have looking at it again out in our web. You go your maku harbor. Hello, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, my sister. I know that old woman. That woman is old woman, and they have a dementia problem.
I think no one want dementia. I think so.
Yes, that's exactly. It's like you know, in America, everybody can wear dress like a nurse. It's not a nurse. This is a normal uniform in America work. It's not a nurse. I'm just showing you what do you know about nurse. Maybe he's working for one psychiatric hospital that he's cleaning the ground. If you watch the woman, that woman is an old woman. They have a dementia problem. So, but he knows what he's doing. He's some people that is into crime. This is the way they behave. No matter, that's why, no matter the age, old age is not a wisdom. It's not that somebody is innocent. It is old. A criminal is a criminal. No matter how old is he. That woman is, if you know, that kind of behavior, you know, this is the kind people. He's a criminal. He has a criminal mind. So you want to tell the people, when he's a fraudster, scam person, he just want the person to close the mouth. We are everybody, all of us are victims. We are not happy with it. The family, we are not happy. I'm not happy at all. No matter if, as I can't fight now really, I'm fighting with my mouth. Even at home, I used to call my community. I have mobilized all of them. I tell my community that that guy is a criminal. Everybody to remove the hand, anything concerning that man. I tell them, because the way I preach good for him, when he do bad, the same way I will go back. This is why I do my own thing. I don't hide anything. When you good, I tell people you are good. The day that I have seen that vote, I move back to tell people, This is how I do my thing. I have mobilized people, tell them everything. If one politician come near my place, he want to use that name, the people, the small boys pushing, say no, say that man don't cancel. Don't mention that man here again. Because we want to tell them that when they go to government, they will try to listen. The people saying that man have car, that man is a criminal. So don't call the name again. So Nnamdi Kanu already, we are the one thinking of this is the way we have bring him already. It's going down day by day. That thing you see they are doing in protest is money. They go to market to give some women some money. This is old women. Before you used to see old women, you see young boys. When Nnamdi Kanu was, when we don't know the secret, young guys who used to come out. But now, this is fighting to die. This is the only thing, because all the secrets have opened. That man is a criminal. He fraud us, put all problem. You know what he do? He pay money. He just want to people to hear his name, not Biafran. His name. He want to be relevant in everywhere. Person that is in prison, life is sentence. But he want to be relevant outside, commanding the freedom, commanding the people that is free. Oh, that guy, he has something in mind. Nnamdi Kanu is getting crazy, and he will mad in that prison. Because if you see the attitudes, how can a person in bondage want to rule people that is free people, that you know what is the situation of outside? They want to be in chain, commanded people. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. So to tell you that man is getting problem too, him is crazy. And these people that are going to meet him, the lawyers and brothers, they are lying to him. They are lying to him and himself. You know, when somebody starts, when a liar, if he keep on lying, you don't know the time that you will start believing their own lie. This is what is happened. This is how the criminality. When a criminal, when you thief people, you don't know the time you will come believe that thief is normal thing. This is what is happening for Nnamdi Kanu. That propagandas and to tell people, to blackmail people, that thing now have entered in mind as me. So in real life now, he's believing lie. He don't believe reality. He have started the lie to believing the lie, all the lies that he has lied for us for years. He will lie for us. Chukwu Ekukade am saying like this. When he gets information with men, a man that never prays people that we are working with. This is to tell you how this man is. He never prays in people that give him information. He only come to radio, talk like his name is God. He never prays them, make them to be happy. That man never a day. He's a very selfish man. A man that never care for his own wife. Check that kind of man. Who are you and me to the man to care for? A man that so same for his own wife that he pay his time price. So that kind of man is very selfish and greedy. I never see a woman being like that. I take that man as demon. As the man now, I'm looking the picture. Even when I pass him for the platform, if I hear the voice, I will move it very fast. I don't want to see anything the way that I dislike the man. I don't want to hear the voice. If a person coming where or we're doing something, being the pitch, if I see I will flip the person's head immediately. Because I don't want to see anything. When I notice the person is evil, I remove my hand. That man is devil. He's the devil. Anyone that is supporting the man is evil himself. You know, evil can support evil. For the genuine people, see, the man never take hold of office in Ipob. That's why he do this thing. You see our DOS, you see the way the man come, Chike doesn't do very sincere. He take the hold. A leader show for example. He show example to order to eliminate what is. But Nnamdi Kanu never show us example. But we are blind and promoting him, a criminal that never show us example. Have you seen Nnamdi? Have you seen any video Nnamdi Kanu take hold? The man don't take hold. He never take hold. The brothers that he put in Ipob for their money, the brothers are not the members. They never take hold. The man knows. He knows. He arranged this in as a criminal entrepreneur for a family. This is how the man channeled this in. But thank God today we have liberated ourselves. But we will not stop talking about him. He's a criminal. Anywhere I see the man, I will close him immediately. I will treat him like a criminal. He is a criminal. No matter anything. Thank you very much for your good program, my sister.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution. Yeah, so we are still on the major shift that happened, announced on Sunday by the DOS HOD Mazi Edosiem. So today we talked about is a major shift that reshaped the foundation, the wrong foundation we were building for years. Foundations of building a throne on a man. Foundations of elongating a man high above Biafra restoration project. A foundation where a man tyrannically presented and projected himself as the image, as the alpha and the omega of the struggle. That is, Mazi Edosiem mentioned that this is a starting point. This is a journey of milestones, and it will always start from a point. And that point is setting out the right and the correct foundational framework which will hold on other principles that will be built on it going forward. Is a great stepping forward in the right direction. And from here, I say thank you for joining me, and good night from here.